should hit level 12. Hello, Kazur.
Ah, my barrel of sugar. Just imagine if the gobblers had gotten hold of this. Thank you so much.
Gobbled him up. I'm level 12.
Wizard, the Ravenwood professors tell me you're a point.
I need your skills to help me with something. Come to the fire school when you can, please.
At once, Talia.
Young wizard, I have exciting news for you about gardening. Could you visit me in my classroom at Ravenwood?
I will do gardening, but not right away. I'm gonna buy the Red Barn Farm first, and then I'll do that. Let's see. You go to the Red Barn Farm. You can buy with gold. It's 125,000, but it gives you a boost to. It gives you a boost to your like plant grow rate, so you can get down all the harvests faster. Right, I shall go to the commons.
Hello, young wizard. You should come see me in Ravenwood.
No, thank
I
you.
think you're going to want...
Come see me at the Storm Mill on Triton Avenue.
That one I will do, because that's the next portion of, like the next, set of main quests. Technically, it's not really a main quest, but it's pretty much a main quest. Because, I mean, you can go through and do most of the main quests without it, but it's still really handy. Oh, can it be level 16 for the vampire? I think, in order to do waterworks, which is, the best gear you can get at level 60, that one you need to do this, the Triton Underwater quest line first. Dahlia! Actually, first let's see if there are any new spells. No. Fire it up.
So you are ready to learn your next spell? Very well. You will first need to collect a fire shard from a fire elf on Firecat Alley. After that, talk to Bernie.
Just put a marker next to Bernie then. And then I'll head over to Firecat Alley and smack up a fire elf. I can't remember what this quest gives me for reward, but I mean, in general, one of the side quests you always want to do are your school ones, because they give you new spells, and some of them can be, why am I going in there? Some of them can be pretty darn handy. I mean, some of them, a lot of them, are pretty crap. Especially the school pet ones. Those pets are usually not very good, but a lot of them are really good. You know, you get really key spells. One of the first ones you get as a fire is, the fire bite, which is awesome. Prism is also really, really good. Because you don't want to be sitting there smacking a fire enemy with fire spells. You ain't gonna be having a good time you do that. Alright, they should be just up the hill here. To beat a fire elf, I should have backed a prism. I was literally just talking about it. Not biggie. I can do enough damage, I can pretty much just power through these sun guns. Prime Necromancer. I think also this guy is probably strong enough to be able to take him out. Just maybe. Though unless he has Ship of Fools, he's not going to be able to hit this turn. Or at least not with an AoE. wish it was like a baseline spell just because it sucks not having a consistent AoE before before level 48. Now to Bernie. Hello, Bernie, the burning tree.
It takes a lot of concentration in order to cast Link.
Oh, Link.
You must prove you are worthy to earn this spell. Enter the fire tower and face your opponent. Afterwards, if you are successful, come talk to me.
Will do. Link is awesome. It's one of those spells that I think makes, like, it's so
As you
underrated.
enter the room, you slam the fire shard onto the ground, which erupts in flames, forming a fire crow.
It says Sunbird, thank you very much. But, like, spells like Link or that little wyvern thing that Life has, they're so underrated. You cast those things, and not only are you dealing damage, you're healing at the same time. So you don't have to pick between one or the other. And people just really sleep on those abilities for some reason. I don't get it. I think it's just because it's, not the meta. The meta is just Faint, Blade, and Smack with an AoE. Even though that's not always the best thing. And I know I could've just one-shot him. Sometimes I like overkilling because it's fun. And it's not like I'm in any danger of dying here. This guy is, like, tickling me. And now I shall meteor strike him. It is funny to me that a fire guy is using non-fire spells. Yeah, I think it was enough to kill.
You are a worthy opponent. Take this fire gem, which represents my approval.
Huzzah! Wait, didn't I already have a fire gem?
You have the fire gem the Fire Crow gave you. Now you will need to go to Festival Park on Cyclops Lane to learn your words of power from the fire minion.
Okie dokie.
After you have learned the words of power, speak to Professor Falmea.
Okay. Lots of running back and forth. Luckily we got them teleports, eh? Go over to Cyclops Lane. Actually, no, I'll just do that and teleport back. Because I gotta immediately then go to Triton Avenue. Because that's where I start the next bit of the quest. Go to Festival Park.
You hear a hissing noise deep within the earth.
Greetings, student of fire. I see that you have obtained a fire gem. You have
I'm fairly
shown your
certain that
resourcefulness and dedication.
it's over there.
For that, you have our favor. The power words you will require for your spell are Omnibio Hissia Paraxima.
Yeah, it was over there. Why did it send me over to that portion? I don't know. I do not know. Anyways, I'll just talk to our professor. Talia Falmea.
Ah, you have the fire gem and the words of power. Super. I will now intone your spell.
Falmea speaks the words of power, in what sounds like an ancient tongue.
Your efforts have paid off, student. Make sure to put this in your deck. You may need it soon.
Thank you, Talia. Like, I'm probably not going to use it very often, but... and the few times I do use it, it's probably going to be pretty darn handy. I can't remember, does this... I cannot remember if the healing is also affected by blades. I don't think it is, but still. It's a nice way to just deal a little bit of damage and heal at the same time. Eventually you get a much better version that deals way more damage for not that much more pips. So let's... you know, it does a decent bit less damage than fire health, but not like a ton for the same pips, but it also heals you. And like, really, as far as the total damage it deals, it's 180 damage for 2 pips. You compare that to like a lot of the other 2 pip spells, it's about on par. The Scorpion, 160, 200, so the Scorpion's average damage is going to be the same as that, plus this thing heals. So it's really not half bad. I don't think you get the next one for quite a while, though. Which is suboptimal, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, onwards to the underwater section of Triton Avenue. Then after we do the underwater section, then we're going to go over to the Crocotopia. Rainbow explosion there, I guess. But I was
The
sure-
storm mill is in trouble, and I need your help. Something strange is going on down below us, and we don't know what.
Well then, off to investigate we shall go.
You might not know this, but we collect magical lightning here and store it in the storm batteries buried far below the mill.
I mean, it's been pretty obvious that's the kind of stuff y'all do here. That with the luminous crystals and all that too.
The storm batteries are in tunnels that were once beneath Triton Avenue, but now they're located right off Crab Alley.
Okay, slight problem, I can't breathe underwater.
I need your help to take a look down there and see what can be done.
Again, if my lungs fill with water, I kind of stop being, you know, alive.
Here's a water-breathing potion. Go to the edge of the river, near the anchor rope, and jump down to Crab Alley.
Aye. Why do I need a rope to jump down though?
Find Herman. He might have an idea about what's going on down there.
Okie dokie, I'll talk to Herman. Is Herman a hermit crab?
This looks like the spot. Next stop, Crab Alley.
Onwards. Yes, Herman the hermit crab.
Welcome. It is good to see a wizard in these strange times. I'm happy to see you. Everything is topsy-turvy.
It'd be interesting if fire magic was less effective underwater. It makes sense, but yeah, that'd be difficult to implement and be balanced.
King Thermidor had just returned from his world tour when we awoke one morning to find a breach in our river wall.
How atrocious.
The king went into the breach to investigate, and he came back in the company of Riverclaws.
I'm guessing the Riverclaws are them baddies.
He's been acting very strangely ever since. Now Riverclaws are strutting around like they own the place.
Well, it kind of seems like they took over, so... But don't worry, I'll fight these sun guns back.
The king had a falling out with his advisor, Sir Thomas Cromshell, and now Cromshell is locked in the White Tower.
Let's bust him out and fight back these rotten, cotton-headed ninny-muggins.
Could you talk to Sir Thomas in the White Tower? The tower is locked, so you'll need a key.
Aye.
One of those river claw guards may have a key. You'll have to defeat one and take it.
There shouldn't be much of an issue. I shall incinerate these scoundrels. Oh yes, their life and myth. Oh, and there's some fire ones, but at least with these guys are not going to cast constant fire shields. Oh yeah, this shouldn't be an issue at all. I do like how it just kind of muffles the combat sound. It's just like, it's a small thing to add that, but it really increases the realism of making it sound like you're underwater. And honestly, it's the small details in games that make games good. I mean, yeah, having a great story is awesome. But, like, when they care enough to add small little details like that, it just makes the world feel so much more alive. Now, to incinerate these guys whilst underwater. Oh no, the evil gold coins. And the evil musical notes. Oh no, I guess my singing is bad enough it can cause physical damage to people. Though my daughter really likes it for some reason.
You find a key marked with the image of a white tower.
It's pretty convenient they have that all labeled. Yeah, my daughter loves my singing for whatever reason. I do not understand why, but I'm glad she does. Because some nights she just will not fall asleep. I just gotta sing to her and then she's just grunked. Got some red kelp there. And some stone. Oh, there's another red kelp there. Yeah, I'll get it later.
Trespasser! Get them!
Or how about I get the Oh, these guys are scrubs. They only got 120 health. And they didn't even they didn't even both of them attack me. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna last terribly long if you're doing stuff like that. And then hitting me with one of the weakest spells in the game. I will say there is a sizable, step up in difficulty at certain points. Like the first quite a few worlds, Wizard City, then Croctopia, then Marleybone, and Mushu. None of them are particularly hard, but then you get to Dragonspire, and there's some spots there that are actually quite challenging. And then you either hop over to Celestia, or I generally will do Grizzleheim first, or something like that, or potentially Celestia, then Grizzleheim, but those areas are a huge step up in difficulty, especially freaking Grizzleheim. If you go straight from Dragonspire to Grizzleheim, it is a struggle when you get to the high level zone.
How good it is to see you!
You get a crazy amount of XP from it though, so it's worth doing, but it is hard.
An ominous current wends its way through Crab Alley. The king, he changed after the expedition beyond the river wall.
Well, let's snap him out of it then.
When I offered my counsel, the king had me locked up. I beg you to find Captain Jonah and see if he can explain the king's current state of mind.
Okay, well, let's get you out of there then. Unless you just want to stay in prison. I have the key and everything. Oh, I was gonna get the stone block is back. And the kelp. Never actually really gotten into the crafting in this game. But I generally avoid crafting anyways. Every once in a while I will, but it just... I don't know, I'm not a big fan of crafting in games.
What's this? There's a curfew on by royal decree of the king. Guards, arrest this wizard.
How about I arrest these guards with my fist, but instead of my fist, my meteorite spell of doom. Oh, they have a fire. I can just overpower the fire guy. When you do enough damage, you can just kind of ignore that kind of stuff, thankfully. I mean, when I've got decent bit of damage from my gear, plus 2 blades, and then an already pretty damaging spell, you just kind of power through most stuff. Just like the bosses that can have like 60 to 80% damage resist, those ones are hard to do. Or when they cast those 70 or 80% damages, that is hard to just, that you cannot really cope with.
Why would they attack you? Cromshell should hear about this.
At once. They must be under the effects of these scoundrels. Man, this kelp just keeps growing back super fast. Wait, that one just prepared too. We were attacked by guards.
You were attacked? A curfew? Oh, this is not good at all! I'm sure the River Claws are behind this, somehow.
I mean, they're all over the place, probably.
I can't do much to help from here. I need you to find the one who holds the key for my cage.
Wait, didn't I get that key, or is that just a key to the tower itself?
To do that, you'll need to defeat some Riverclaw guards.
Alright, I'll go ruffle stomp them then. Let's see, I don't want to waste my time with the royal guards, I just want the Riverclaw ones. Let's see, there's a pretty heavy concentration of them here. It'll be nice once I can start with the power pep. That'll be able to hit on turn 2. Well, I'm assuming I can do enough damage, that is. But I'll be like level 30 before I get to that point where I can actually get the, what's it called? It's the one that Ares drops. I'm totally drawing a blank on what it's called, but it's crazy good. It gives you, like, I want to say it gives you a power up and 10% damage. Oh no, I cannot remember the name of it. What? That's gonna annoy the bejeebers out of me if I cannot remember the name of like, what that one is called. Oh, the Sky Iron Hosta, that's what it is. Yeah. Even if you do not want to farm all the gear from Mount Olympus, suggest at least getting the senator's gear, but if you don't even want to do that, you should, you need to go through and do it at least one time, so you can at least get the Sky Iron Hosta. Because, I mean, that wand is the best wand you're gonna get until, like, level 102 when you can farm the tree roots. My level, 90-something Death Wizard is still rocking the Sky Iron Hosta because there's just nothing better. I'm gonna get some health after this. I'm not used to that. I'm used to my Death Wizard still. Like if I'm playing this game and it's not on my, it's not for the YouTube channel, I'm playing my Death one. I will say it is nice to do a bunch of damage.
No more! I'll talk! The king has the key to the prison in the White Tower.
Okay, let's go talk to the king then. Or, I guess talk to Thomas, who's gonna then tell us to talk to the king. Yep. Gotta wait 10 seconds to be able to talk to him. The king has it.
Let me think about this. Here's what you must do. Go to the king and straighten this out.
I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but yeah, good idea.
Tell him that me being locked up just isn't working out. Use your magic to make him see reason.
At once. Off to the king. Actually, I might. I'll go to the entrance, but I might leave the audience with the king for the next video. I think this would be a good stopping point for today's. I'll just get us to the entrance of the king. Why on earth is my bird's, wing is going so weird like that? Is it just me or
What
is
are you
this
doing
bird,
now? The king
spazzing?
is receiving no visitors today. He is awaiting his tea and the royal crumpets. Away with you.
Okay. I don't know, we'll talk to Crumshell, and then we'll do that. But that will be